do have coming in. Confirmed reports, I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonation.
Slow down, on your way to future town, I say as we pass by.
In today's countdown, we are going to be taking a look at 5 of the most immersive, beautiful looking and incredibly lore-friendly rifle mods currently available for Fallout 4. So whether you are looking for a fun new weapon to play around with, a classic from previous Fallout titles, or are even looking to shoot up some gay frogs, without further ado, I present to you 5 of the most immersive rifle mods currently available on the Fallout 4 Nexus. At number 5, we have the AQUILA Laser Rifle mod by Ramhat. Now, the AQUILA Laser Rifle mod is a pretty straightforward, self-explanatory mod, adding in a standalone laser rifle into the world of Fallout 4, coming packed with its very own custom-made meshes, high-resolution textures, and even a few custom skin packs. Some of them looking quite beautiful and badass, others not so much. Seeing as how this is a quite powerful and incredibly unique laser rifle, it would make sense for it to only be available in one specific static location, and that being over at the Boston Mayoral Shelter in a bunker right outside the entrance, ripe for the taking. Now, this is by far one of the most badass and cyberpunk looking weapons currently available on the Fallout 4 Nexus. I mean, come on, just look at that scope, look at that barrel, look at that muzzle. You simply cannot get any more cyberpunk than that. Well, I mean, besides like sexually harassing a pigeon for some fucking reason. And when it comes to customization, the mod maker provides you with quite a decent sum of augmentations to choose from. Be that improving the receiver, increasing damage, slapping on a scope, changing the color of the laser, switching between automatic and sniper modes, or even changing the camo. Just be careful not to cut yourself on all of that fucking edge. This is undoubtedly one of the better and most unique looking laser weapons I've ever laid my eyes on. Looking advanced and scientific enough to make it interesting, but industrial and powerful enough to make it incredibly badass. I mean, come on, you just can't get any more badass than a gun with a weed camo. Well, I mean, besides like drinking copious amounts of Mountain Dew hit markers, or being an edgy 12-year-old claiming he fucked everyone's mother. And as far as the combat capabilities of this weapon are concerned, it is balanced enough to make it a mid or late game sniper rifle, depending on the modifications installed, and still powerful enough to help you take out hordes upon hordes of the gayest of frogs.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. It's not funny. Friggin' frog crap. Won't you fight the frogs?
At number 4, we have the Assault Carbine and Service Rifle mod by Deadpool, Haru, the Shiny Hexorus, and Hitman. Now, the Assault Carbine and Service Rifle mod, or the M4, A1, and M16, A2 mod, adds in a brand new custom-made rifle into the world of Fallout 4, heavily themed after the Assault Carbine or the Marksman rifle found in Fallout New Vegas, both in terms of aesthetics and even combat capabilities, coming packed with its very own custom-made meshes, high-resolution textures, and even a few custom-made animations to really help it stand out from the crowd. The weapon itself has been added to the leveled list, meaning it can be found through all out the Commonwealth on various gunners, raiders, and wastelanders and whatnot, much like syphilis, as well as the mod maker has added some unique variants of this weapon and scattered them through all out the world on some very specific static locations, including the All-American and even the Patriot, which is by far the single most American gun I've ever fucking seen. I mean, come on, an automatic assault rifle with an American flag on it. You simply cannot get any more American than that shit. Well, I mean, besides like, yeah.
America, fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America!
And as far as the customization is concerned, the mod maker provides you with a decent amount of variety to choose from, allowing you to augment the scope, the stock, the magazine, the receiver, and even pick the camo of this weapon, choosing between a plethora of incredible looking custom-made camos themed after every single faction in the entirety of Fallout 4, including all of the raider gangs from the Nuka World DLC. You know, if you wanted your weapon to look like you left it unsupervised with your 6-year-old for more than 5 minutes. God damn it, Brandon! Not only does this mod add in a quite beautiful looking and incredibly immersive assault rifle into the world of Fallout 4, but the nostalgia alone should be enough to make you consider downloading the mod in and of itself. I mean, let's face it, there is nothing I enjoy doing more in the world of Fallout 4 than trying to make it look like Fallout New Vegas, which honestly says quite a lot about the nature of Fallout 4. Even though this weapon looks and feels absolutely incredible within the world of Fallout 4, there are definitely some slightly better assault rifle mods currently available on the Fallout 4 Nexus that might catch your eye. But if you are a real American, if you are a true patriot, if you refuse to pay more taxes to help the less fortunate because that would be communism, if you believe every man, woman and child should have a firearm because that, my friend, is called freedom, and if you literally piss red, white and blue, then you just know that you can never have enough guns, even in the case of a school shooting, especially in the case of a school shooting, then you really need to talk to a doctor about that piss thing. So head on over to the Fallout 4 Nexus, give this mod a download, and I'm being serious about that piss thing, that ain't normal. Coming up next, at number 3, we have the M2045 Magnum Revolver Rifle mod by the Rizzler, Zemantras, Poke Punch, and War Daddy. Now, the M2045 Magnum Revolver Rifle mod is a standalone rifle mod, adding in what can only be described as the love child from when a cannon fucked a revolver into Fallout 4. The weapon itself comes packed with some incredible looking custom-made meshes, sounds, animations, and even some incredibly higher resolution custom-made textures, coming in both 2K and even 4K. Now, this monster of a weapon can be found through all out the Commonwealth, seeing as how it has been added to the leveled lists, and will spawn on various high-level, heavy-class NPCs, including Brotherhood Knights, as well as it can even be bought off of merchants as soon as you reach level 21. In addition, the mod maker has scattered a whole bunch of these weapons through all out the Commonwealth on certain very specific static locations, including the Pridwin and the Recon Bunker Feta, where you can obtain this weapon regardless of the level requirements, which honestly does make a lot of sense. Because who else would come up with a monstrosity of a weapon such as this, besides the Brotherhood and like some old doomsday prepper in a fucking bunker. Now, this is by far one of my all-time favorite weapon mods for Fallout 4. Not just because of the incredible design, combining the elegance and swiftness of a revolver with the firepower of a fucking tank, not even because of the outstanding quality of the meshes and textures themselves, but mainly because of the fucking size. I mean, just look at that fucker. As soon as you waltz into town with something as gargantuan and girthy as this in your hand, there will be no doubt among anyone that you are overcompensating to an insane degree. I mean, you might as well wear a sign on your back saying, "That's right, ladies, I have a cock the size of a fucking Cheeto." Now, when it comes to customization, this mod will blow many others of the Fallout 4 Nexus right out of the water, considering the mod maker allows you to augment the stock, reducing recoil, slap on various scopes and miscellaneous attachments, improve the firepower, and even extend the barrel even further for some fucking reason, and even slap on a silencer, which personally I would advise against doing, mainly because it deprives you of the incredible custom sounds added in by this mod and makes firing the weapon seem somewhat impotent, taking away from its general badassness. Now, this is not only by far one of the most badass and incredibly made weapon mods for Fallout 4, but also one of the most immersive ones, seeing as how the mod maker has taken some steps to seamlessly integrate this weapon into the world of Fallout 4 and make it seem just a little bit more realistic. For example, the action points and movement speed penalty when using the largest version of this weapon outside of power armor. It is little details such as this which make this by far one of the most impressive weapon mods available for Fallout 4. And if you are not convinced of downloading this mod yet, just listen to the fucking name of it. I mean, what could be better than utilizing a weapon that includes the phrase Magnum in its naming scheme?
This is ground control to Magnum Dawn. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirt you wear.
Next up, at number 2, we have the Wattz Laser Gun mod, once again by Deadpool, Haru, and friends. Now the Wattz Laser Gun mod adds in yet another incredible looking, custom-made and immensely immersive weapon into the world of Fallout 4, heavily themed after the Wattz 2K laser rifle found within Fallout 2 and even Fallout New Vegas, coming packed with its very own incredible looking custom-made meshes, high-resolution textures, custom-made animations and even a few custom sounds. The weapon itself can be found throughout the Commonwealth on various gunners, raiders, synths and even Brotherhood members, seeing as how it has been added to the leveled list and will spawn on any NPC that might usually wield a laser rifle. Now this is by far one of my all-time favorite laser rifle mods currently available for Fallout 4. Be that because of the immersive and lore-friendly nature of this mod, the incredible looking custom assets, or even the way it seamlessly integrates itself into the overall world, by far surpassing most of the laser rifles found within the vanilla game, especially the ones wielded by fucking synths. I mean, let's face it, at some point someone over at the Institute probably said, "Hey guys, you know what looks fucking badass? Giant, novelty-sized plastic guns that look like fucking cereal boxes. That oughta show 'em." And when it comes to the customization, the mod maker provides you with a surprising amount of variety to choose from, giving you the ability to augment each and every single inch of this beautiful looking weapon, choose the camo, and even go as far as turning it into a fucking handgun, which honestly looks surprisingly good, despite its unusual and quite apparent, fucking girth. I mean, you know what I always say, I like my guns how I like my women.
Extra!
And to make things even better, the mod maker even included special, unique variants of this weapon, which he has scattered throughout the world on some very specific static locations, coming packed with their very own custom status effect, paint job, and even a fun little backstory, including one themed both after the Brotherhood of Steel and even the Institute. And when it comes to the combat capabilities of this weapon, the base damage is low enough to make it completely balanced, and yet the fully upgraded version is powerful enough to chew through hordes upon hordes of enemies, turning them into dust like it was 1942. And last but not least, at number 1, we have the laser-assisted electrical rifle mod, once again by the Rizzler, Wanamingo, Haru, Pi Savvy, Visaurus, and friends. Now the laser-assisted electrical rifle mod, or the LAER mod, if you wanna sound like you're having a fucking stroke, recreates one of the most notorious weapons from the Old World Blues DLC with the help of its very own custom-made meshes, high-resolution textures, and even a few custom animations within the world of Fallout 4. Seeing as how this is a very advanced and quite unique weapon, it only spawns on a few select NPCs, such as synths and railroad members. You know, the guys who keep squatting in a fucking catacomb, as well as certain merchants that might usually be selling the Gauss rifle. Let's face it, Fallout 4 has a history of coming up with some pretty weird and nonsensical weapon designs, not to mention the overusage of rusted pipes when it comes to raider weapons. I mean, come on, if I wanted to see a whole bunch of raiders running around a desolate city with a bunch of copper pipes, I'd just fucking visit Detroit. But the usage of copper plating, piping and even coils on this weapon works surprisingly well, making the weapon look advanced, strange and retro enough to make it feel right at home within the world of Fallout 4. And when it comes to customization, this weapon mod is comparable to a lot of the weapons found within the vanilla game, and even surpasses a few of them, considering the mod maker provides you with an ability to customize the camo of this weapon, alongside all of the other interchangeable parts, and even includes the Cult Mechanicus paint job from the Warhammer 40k universe. Not only does this weapon feel absolutely incredible within the Commonwealth, and is by far one of the most immersive and lore-friendly weapon mods currently available for Fallout 4, but it also looks absolutely fucking insane. I mean, come on, that honestly looks like some kind of high-tech, weaponized fucking plunger, perfect for unclogging the proverbial shitter of the Commonwealth. And to make things even better, the mod maker provides us with an add-on for the Knockout Framework mod, allowing you to harmlessly tase and stun any wastelander, knocking them out so you can do with them what you please. So whether it is because of the nostalgia, the absolutely beautiful looking custom-made meshes and higher resolution textures, or even because of the downright batshit insane overall design, I would heavily recommend downloading this gun mod. That is, as long as guns are still available after recent events. Please don't ban me, YouTube, I need this. If for some odd reason you actually enjoyed watching this video and would like to watch more, then subscribe to the channel. As always, my name is Nagi, you've been watching Trollin' Bros. Until next time guys, I'll see ya!
Magnum Dong!